What's going on, everybody? I'm a little under the weather, so please don't mind the way I sound, but I wanted to make this quick video for you guys about a trade that I closed today that got 104% return. I wanted to show you guys my thought process, the indicators that I used to select this trade, and how it all went down. So, without further ado, let's get into it. Again, nothing in this video is financial advice. It's all for informational purposes only. I posted this trade in my Patreon on February 5th when I got in, right? So basically, I bought a debit spread, a call debit spread, bought the 450 calls, sold the 475 calls with a price of 745 on Northrop Grumman. My stop loss was 50%, 3.72, and my take profit was 100%. So I hit that this morning, February 26th. So it was a good swing trade and got a return, a little over 2 to 1 risk to reward on this. So let's get into exactly how this trade played out and what I was looking for. So this particular trade I made it was super simple. I didn't want to complicate it too much because simple trading is profitable trading. Okay, we come up with a plan, we plan a trade, and we trade our plan. So, could I have made more with this? Probably, but I had a take profit target and I had a stop loss. So I was just gonna let it play out once I got in. So the way this was going to work out, and I used the two indicators that I used in this, it's uh it's my favorite indicator that I use for all of my trading is the Lux Algo Premium. So the two Lux Algo Premium indicators from the suite that I used were signals and overlays and the oscillator matrix. Okay. And I didn't want to keep this chart too busy. So the only settings, and again, I'll show you guys my settings. And if you guys want to check out Lux Algo Premium, you can try it out risk-free for 30 days. I've got a link in the description below, okay? So you guys can check that out. I turned everything off. The only thing I wanted to see was reversal zones. That's it, okay? So for the signal and overlays, I had everything off. Preset filters off, none. Signal mode, none. Candle coloring, none. All the overlays off except for reversal zones, okay? Because I wanted to see where the reversal zones were on here because the last time Northrop Grumman hit one of the reversal zones and came back using the oscillator matrix with it, that was a winning trade as well. So I wanted to play it out again because as traders, we can't predict what the market does, but what we can do is manage our risk and take high probability trades and see what happens. Okay. And if you're right, with the 2 to 1 risk to reward, here's the crazy thing about, taking trades that are 2 to 1 risk to reward is you only have to be right 1 out of 3 times to break even, right? So anything on top of that is gravy. So even if you're right 45% of the time, you're still going to be a winning trader with when your risk to reward is 1 to 2. Okay. Because every time you win 200. When you lose 100. So you see how that makes sense that you only need to be right a third of the time. So when we take high probability trades, when they match up with the confluences of the indicators that we like to use, overall, it's pretty good. So I only had that on. In the oscillator matrix, I had everything on default. The only thing that I did was in style, the levels right here, the 80 and the 20, I made those solid yellow lines, as you can see right here. So this way, if you take those off, right? Because I wanted to see where this particular stock was oversold or overbought. Okay. So that's the only change that I made. Everything was on default. So didn't make any changes to either one of these indicators because they work great this way. All right. So sorry, got a little sniffles. So what I was looking for was again, I got into this trade February 5th, right? February 5th right here. That's when I posted in my Patreon. So February 5th is right here. This candle is February 5th. So what was I looking for? I was watching this trade for quite a few days because at earnings, NOC went down quite a bit and it entered the reversal zone down here. And as you can see, last time it hit the reversal zone, this is why the reversal zones are so great, is when the price action leaves the reversal zone, it's usually going to try to make it somewhere in the middle. Okay. And you can see it happen here when it hit the reversal zone down here. let's see. Same here, exit, right? When it enters the reversal zone, comes back down when it reverses, right? So it's a pretty high probability trade. So when the price action went into the reversal zone, I was just watching and trying to read the candles. And at the same time, when this happened, right here, we're going into the oversold territory. Okay, because it was going below the 20 mark on the oscillator. And I was waiting for a reversal to happen here. I wanted to see a bullish crossover. That happened on January 30th. And the price action kind of shows it too, right? Because that's a bullish candle. And we'll get a little bit more into reading candles in this video as well. So make sure you continue to watch. So the way it was working out is, okay, great. So I've got a reversal signal right here because there's a bullish crossover in the oversold territory. I'm guessing it's going to try to fill this gap and come towards the middle range right here. So that's the reason why I did a debit spread. Okay, that's why I did a debit spread of a 450 to 475 because the price action around here was right around 445-ish, right? And I haven't even entered the trade yet. I'm just watching. But right here, there's a lot of, you see, there's a lot of resistance in this range, right? Between the 374, 474, so almost 475, 490 range, right? There's a lot of resistance up here. So I kind of wanted to stay away from that. So this way, because I bought the 450 calls and I sold the 475, it made my cost cheaper. If I hadn't done that, it would have been a much more expensive trade to get into. So yes, my potential for a take profit could have been higher in case if it just shot up. But again, risk to reward, I'm good with 2 to 1. And it's about the longevity, right? So I did that and I entered right here on this candle. And you're going to ask why. So let's kind of zoom in a little bit more. I was trying to read, price action and reading candles. Each candle tells a story, and this is the daily chart. Every single candle will tell you a story. So when the oscillator matrix hit this, there was still negative money flow. I wanted there to be positive money flow. So you see, let me make that a little bit bigger. When the money flow is positive, that means there's more money coming in than going out of that particular stock. So I wanted to make sure there was more money coming in, and the price action even showed that right over here, because now it's gone from a negative to a positive. That's why you see a green line. It's trying to make it to that. This says the day started here. Sellers tried to get in control. Buyers took over, and it closed positive. Same thing, closed positive. And then over here on Thursday, again, sellers tried to take over, buyers pushed back, but it still closed a little negative, right? It still closed down. Then on Friday, February 2nd, again, sellers tried to take over, buyers overpowered, money flows positive. This is coming out of the oversold territory, making its way up, and it closed positive. So I was just like, you know what? It's Friday. I'm gonna wait till Monday, and I'm gonna get into this trade Monday morning because I want to take a bullish play on this. Okay. So luckily, it dipped on Monday when the market opened. That's when I got in. And this is where another thing that I like is when on the Lux Algo oscillator matrix, when this is a bright red, that means there's a negative downtrend. That ended as well a couple of days earlier. So we see that a lot of that negative trend had ended as well. And a positive trend had started to form with the green coloring. And when it's bright green, it's super positive. Okay, it's a much stronger signal. So over here, I see, okay, it's turning good. This is great. I'm gonna get in right here. So this on February 5th is when I got into this trade. And now, once you enter a trade, what makes a successful trader is the discipline and the patience to let it play out because there will be fluctuations. So, and this was a prime example. In just a few days, this trade was up like 50%. And then it dropped down and then it went into break even and it even went down a little bit. But, with the discipline that I've learned over the years trading and being a profitable, being profitable in the long run, I was okay with it either hitting my stop loss of a 50% or my take profit of 100%. Okay. So I just let it play out, let it play out. It started moving. It was great. And then this morning, today, right? 8 hours ago, because I'm recording this in the evening after the market is closed. Okay. It hit my take profit. So I exited when it was up 104%. I'm not going to complain, right? And yes, now this is really, really bullish. So it could continue going up, but now it's also about to, if it keeps going up, I could have made more, and it's about to enter the overbought territory as well. So this was like a textbook clean play of how this trade worked out. So, you don't need to have a gazillion different indicators. A lot of the indicators that I show you guys on this channel that are free, they're good too. I just prefer using the Lux Algo Premium Suite because I've been using it for a while and I really, really like it. So if you guys want to check it out, of course, I've got a link to it in the description below so you can try it risk-free. But just reversal zone, basic candle reading, and looking at the oversold, overbought, and seeing the money flow, right? Because when the money flows positive, there's more money coming in. That means it's bullish. When money flow's gone out, it's a little bearish, right? And if you guys want to see and get like real-time alerts when I'm placing these trades, right? Because I share that with my Patreon community. I love my Patreon family, man. Like we have a blast. So, check out my all access Patreon. I've got a link to it in the description below where I've got where I share my trades whenever I get in, when I get out, like I did today, right? Do this on a normal basis, as well as I've got educational resources, a community chat where the entire community can chat about a lot of stuff. And I've got a bunch of other things in it as well. So make sure you click on the link in the description below and check out my all access Patreon. And if you haven't yet, man, you got to hit that like button, type boom in the comments below, and subscribe to my channel and hit the bell so you don't miss any of my future videos. I will see you on the next one.